We are streaming, yo. We're straight streaming. You should be in front. How are people gonna know how important you are if you're not there? Oh, dude, this is horrible. We got dead screen time.
I know.
Dead screen time's the worst. Okay, here we are. Here we are. What is this for? I don't know, but you're supposed to give me a mic. Is my mic working? It is working. Okay, guys, we are live. And I'll drop my mic. Back to my mic. And we are going to right here. And we should be live here. I'm looking for anything that shows that we're live. It is showing we're live. Cool. All right, cool.
It all shows we're live.
All right, we're live.
It ain't perfect, but it all shows.
Tap to play. And we're there, and we're there. And the only place we're not is there because we cannot be. All right, here we go. Let's talk about mortgage rates for our amazingly large audience of one. Oh,
We got one?
we got one. Look,
Awesome.
we got one here. So we've got.
Who we got?
We got
Navy Mom.
Navy Mom.
You know
What's
that? I always think that says Navy Madonna. Every time I read that. So where is that screen?
Madonna. That's Instagram.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, we're on Instagram right
this
there.
is intense,
It's
man.
just-
Look at this.
Dude, we're streaming on
One.
YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
This is
And for
extremely
those who
intense.
can't find us, that's because we're bad boys.
One,
What you gonna do?
2, 3,
What you gonna
4,
do?
5, 6, 7, 8 cameras.
So we have eight
Looking at us.
screens.
Not all of them are
yeah,
launched,
eight screens.
but
Yeah,
they're looking
eight
at us.
screens looking at us. Yeah. So all right, let's talk about a little bit about mortgage rates. What happened yesterday?
We got a little bit of relief. Yesterday. Actually, over the past few weeks, probably 3-4 weeks, somewhere in that range. The overall, we're down about 1% on rates.
Okay.
Overall. That being said, we got some more relief yesterday. It came back up a little bit, but the trend is in a positive direction of rates going down. So the original prediction was that we were going to be in a great rate environment by this past summer that we just had. The rates were supposed to be going down this past January, 10 months ago, 11 months ago, but it seems to be a year later, so 12 months later. So we're getting some relief right now. According to the Fed, there's not a promise of another raise. There isn't a promise of not raising, but there isn't a promise of another raise. And everything seems to be in a good environment. So I think 2024, cross my fingers at least, is going to be a good one for the real estate industry, a good one for the country, and hopefully we can get more people involved in real estate and moving forward to being buyers.
Okay. So what do you think? How do you think that affects us going forward, like long term?
Well, for the people who...
Dude, that's a nice jacket.
Thank you.
That's a pretty nice jacket. I haven't seen that one before.
I just grabbed that out of the closet.
All right,
I'm
cool.
like, I can wear this.
I can wear this, I think.
So here's what I think. So a lot of people have been on the fence. A lot of people have been not wanting to buy because the rates are going to come down or there's going to be a crash or whatever it may be.
Have you seen the people who say it's such a horrible time to buy? It's horrible time to buy. Have you seen those guys?
Yeah, of course.
They're out there going, hey, no, you should not buy now. You should wait for the crash. What do you think about those people?
So that's the group that I'm talking about. So those people, I think, are going to start entering into real estate. And I think because it's going to be a frenzy, and I think they're going to have FOMO, fear of missing out, and I think they're going to enter in as well. Because here's what happens, guys, and everyone knows this. You got two friend couples. You got husband, wife, and they're young and they're hanging out, and then one buys a house. Guess what the other one wants to do? Buy a house. Just like when one gets married, the other one wants to get married. One has a baby, the other one wants to have a baby. So once their friends start buying and start having the benefits of home ownership and start having the pride of owning land here in America, friends are going to follow suit.
Well, Barbara Corcoran's coming out a lot lately and saying, hey, if you think it's going to get better when rates go down, you do not understand economics. Because the minute those interest rates go down, that backlog of buyer, pent-up demand for 18 months is just going to flood into the market, and then they're going to start competing for houses. Now, we don't have the houses and the inventory in order to satisfy this demand. It just doesn't exist. So if you don't have the proper amount of inventory and you have massive demand, what happens there? We got some people in there, so cool.
Yeah. What's up, Trisha? What's up,
KK?
K?
Oh, KK followed us from. You get what happened here? KK said, hey, listen, these guys can't go live on TikTok, so they're going live on Instagram. And we
I
do
think
want
it's
to.
a
We
different
do. We get unsuspended today at about 3:00. We probably won't go live today, but maybe we will. Right? I don't know if you can be around today.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe we'll go live around today. But we're gonna tell everybody the secret hack because a lot of people.
Good morning, Trish.
Good morning. We brought a lot of people in to learn about the hack, and the hack is going to be what's happening with the interest rates and how do you get your interest? How do you get your credit score
Kay
up
said, "You my
pretty
guys."
fast? You my guys. We like you, KK. We like you a lot. So we are going to give the hack at the 30-minute mark. That's kind of our thing now. We wait till because we've learned that the audience really gets pretty big at the 30-minute mark. Now on some of the platforms we can tell how long we've been streaming for. So we've actually got a really, really high-tech way of figuring out how long we've been streaming.
Did you see?
And here's the high-tech way. We have a little timer here.
Not we.
It's a little-
Not we. I don't watch that. I don't
Dude,
play
this
with
guy-
toys.
Dude,
I'm an adult. I have an iPhone.
I hate you.
I have an iPhone.
I hate you.
You know-
He's like, I don't like your high tech. Wait, what time is it?
Ever since I moved here, I stopped wearing a watch. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it's so awesome? No, because I have a timer on my phone. That's from a movie. You're not smart. So
You're
anyway,
wearing a watch,
did
dumbass.
you see?
I'm sorry, I can't call you dumbass.
Did you see the
I think we got
senators
suspended
trying to
'cause I
throw
called
down
you-
yesterday?
I did. But hold on. I think I got suspended. We got
That's not
suspended
why.
because I called you dumbass.
That is why. That is
But I
why.
do-
Everyone knows
but
that if
what
you
if we all-
disrespect
what
me,
if-
you're disrespecting the world. And if you're disrespecting the
I'm
world,
disrespecting the weekend.
if you're
Or the
disrespecting the
weekday.
world,
You're the
do you
weekend
think
or the
people are
weekday.
really
I'm
going
not
to
sure
enjoy
which one.
listening to you
Dude,
and
relax.
watching
Back
you?
off.
No,
Less
they're
coffee,
not.
less
They
caffeine.
are not.
Less caffeine.
We got to keep this entertaining.
All right,
Gosh
all
darn
right.
it.
All right. I'm backing off. I got
So,
it. Dude,
did you
there
see the
are
senators fighting?
brands on the market that are decaffeinated that taste just as good.
There are people out
Thinking
there that
about
are
it.
tired
All right,
of
cool.
hearing
Yeah.
your words, and all they want to do is
Yeah, I
this.
saw them. Dude, this guy said, hey, you want to... There's a union boss and a senator.
No, a mobster. That dude's a mobster.
Well, I don't know if he's a mobster, but he's a union boss. I know
Okay,
that much
where
for
do
sure.
union bosses come from?
I don't know.
The
I don't
mob.
know. Dude, I don't want to get in bad with a mob. So.
I'm trying to do business.
Well, the guy, like, literally in the middle of the Senate hearing goes, okay, you issued a challenge? Let's go, and stood up like he was in high school. And I was like, oh, man, dude. And the other guy's like, let's go. And then the new, or rather it's so strange. You know who actually came in and broke him up?
No one.
Bernie Sanders.
he tried.
It was cute.
But Grandpa
It's
could
cute.
not handle
It
him.
was so cute, man. It was so cute.
He
was like,
tried. Come on,
yeah,
guys.
Yeah,
guys.
let's go. Yeah.
Guys.
Okay, yeah, this is a very respectable situation. It actually is, but it's very.
Well, he's like, you're a senator.
kind
Sit down.
Yeah, you're a senator. Sit your ass down.
It's intense. Well, here's
It's
what's
crazy.
Here's the best part
It's
about it.
Crazy.
Here's the best part about
Tell
it.
me about it.
Okay, so there's certain people in my household that are addicted to their cell phone.
Okay.
I know none of you are.
No, and nobody in my household is this addicted to their cell phone.
I know none of you.
None of you, and none of us at this table.
None of
are
us at this
addicted.
table.
And none of us. Nobody. We're talking about the other people in the world. Keep going.
So I put on the news last night.
All right.
It was about 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Put on the news, and the lovely lady next to me, like this, it's just like this, went like this.
Dude, you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna
But
be
no,
sleeping
no, no, this
outside.
was awesome.
I got extra room. Actually, I don't have an extra room anymore.
It's all right,
But
dude.
you can sleep on
I'll
the
find a
couch.
place to live.
That's right.
So she's doing this,
Uh-huh.
and then she looks up, and then slowly does this. Because that was more
Because the
entertaining.
senator
Yes.
was gonna fight.
Yes.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was glued for a second. I was like, okay, senator, because it showed up on the top of my news channel, and I was like, okay, let's see what this is. And I went in, and really quickly, the guy's like, well, you issued a challenge to me. I accept your challenge. I'm like, whoa! That was pretty badass, dude. That was badass. I was like, and Bernie, to his
tried his
credit,
best.
the dude, like 40 years ago, maybe 50 years ago, that might have had some teeth.
Yeah.
He might have gone, sit down,
Yeah.
with a deep voice, and
Nice.
just kind of controlled the environment. Because that is it. He had, when you're strong, you have that frame. But instead, he's like, let's sit down. You're a senator. Is that my good Bernie Sanders?
Yeah, I guess.
None of us has practiced Bernie Sanders
No,
because he's never
no.
been really relevant in our world. Let's see, what kind of questions do we have? Interest rates are going down. They actually went down significantly over the last week. And the reason for that, whether it's good or not, is that a lot of real powerful experts are saying that the Fed is done with the ascent of the cycle. And now he's in the pause. Now, he hasn't said it, but if you're a gambling man, if you go to Vegas, they take in a lot of factors into account, and then they play the law of large numbers. And the odds were 12% that they were going to raise the interest rates at the FOMC meeting on December 13th. But after the CPI came in, the odds makers dropped it down to 5% or less. Oh, dude, are you going to sneeze?
I'm gonna blow up.
All right. She's like, I just moved aside to blow up, and that's what I do. So anyway, that means that the interest rates have come down. They've come down, and we're actually in the middle of qualifying people. Some $1 million properties. Like literally yesterday, we sent off a pre-qual for $1 million. $1 million. But the difference between a 7.5 rate and a 6.5 rate changes $1 million pre-qual to $1.1 million. That's the difference. It's huge. It's not small. It's huge.
Here's my concern.
Tell me your concern.
Real big concern.
Real big.
It's not for me.
Real big.
It's not for you.
Big. Huge.
For all of
Dude,
them.
Huge. It's gonna be. It's gonna be
All
huge.
of them.
It's gonna be huge. All right.
Here's
cool.
my concern.
All right. So what's your concern?
Is that for the past 2 years,
2 years.
we've been telling people to get pre-qualified, get
Yes.
off the fence,
Get
see
off
where
the
you
fence.
stand. Let's
Yes.
see those challenges. Let's solve
Yes.
those challenges.
Yes.
So that when you're in the front of the house that you fall in love with,
Yes.
that fits your family perfect.
Yes. You don't call me on a Sunday afternoon.
And you don't call Lee on a Sunday afternoon saying, I found it. I want to buy it right now.
Yeah, I
Am
sent you the
qualified?"
documents 20 minutes ago. I'm like, what have you sent? My paycheck stuff. I'm like,
And you got bad credit.
And you got bad credit. Because when people call me, and that happens like almost every weekend, and I have to be as nice as I can because I really am. I get this. I get it. You found the house. Oh, you're in love. You're in love with that house.
We
You're
wanna put an
love.
offer in
We're gonna put it
tonight.
Tonight.
We talked to a brand new
Yeah.
agent that we met at dinner.
Yes, and we want to put an offer in tonight. And you know what happens? This is actually, it's kind of tough because I go, okay, cool. Because the truth is, if you actually did send everything I need and you're ready to legitimately put in an offer in tonight, I will stop everything I'm doing most of the time and do it on a Sunday. I will do it. But I'll just ask a couple of quick questions. It's just real fast. I'll say, okay, cool. Did you send me your last 2 years tax returns, last 2 years all pages?
Yep. That's what they say.
Yeah, they say, yup. And I'm like all pages? Well, you mean like all pages? Like, yeah, all pages.
There's like 100 pages in there.
Yeah, there's like 100 pages. Yeah, PDFs are the same. No matter what, you attach a PDF, and it doesn't matter if it's 1 page or 50.
Cali boy.
It's what's up, Cali boy? So I get this call on Sunday, and almost every weekend it happens. Especially now when the rates go down, we're gonna get them more and more and more. And people say, hey, listen, and I'm like, okay, cool. What's your FICO score? And they're like, well, my FICO score is 564, but I heard you can do it down to 500. I'm like, okay, cool. You're a special case. You're not one that I can do really quickly on a Sunday. That's probably not going to happen. Now, if you call me and you said, oh, yeah, Lee, you pulled my credit, and it was 780, and you said all you needed was my tax returns, and I've worked at IBM for the last 20 years. You know what? I'm going to drop everything I'm doing and do the pre-qual. But
What?
that's so strange. It
What?
doesn't happen like that. Usually somebody goes, well, I drive, and I used to be W-2, but now I'm 1099, but then I'm back to W-2, and I haven't filed one of my years of taxes, and oh yeah, I might owe a little bit of child
yeah.
support. I'm not sure if I'm still married. I'm like, okay, cool. That's not something I can do quickly on a Sunday. That is something that must happen over probably 3, 4, 5, 2 weeks. 2, 3, 4, 5 days to 2 weeks, somewhere in that range. Because I have
Yeah,
to clear up a
long
lot of
time.
stuff. Yeah, and that happens, and you get those calls, right? You get
Well,
those calls?
of course. Well, here's the thing: is if you have everything and you're a pretty simple file. Let's say you've been working at Amazon for the past couple years, not many changes. You didn't try to self-employed business. None of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can knock it out in probably an hour, probably less. But if you've changed jobs and we need overtime, and you used to be at UPS, but then now you move to a mom and pop company. Sometimes the verification of employments aren't electronic, and sometimes we need a person to manually fill them out,
Right.
and that person's on vacation. So there's always challenges, guys, and that's my concern.
Yeah.
My concern is the people who are like, nah,
Yep.
I'll just wait until the time is right, and the time's never going to be right, guys.
Credit Hack is coming at the 30-minute mark. It's 15 minutes from now. If you want to know how to increase your credit significantly, I've had some credit repair guys get pissed off at me for sharing this. They're like, that's not the normal way of doing it. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but it also helps a lot of people, and it's not illegal. It's legit. Not everybody can do it. Not everybody can. But the ones who can, they can do it. So back to the senator who was going to throw down. So you were talking about the person that is at your couch and they said, hey, you know what? This throwdown is more important. What do you think that says about the human psyche?
Well, it's like anything else. It's like a burning house or a car crash.
Mm-hmm.
It's, ooh, what's happening over there? People like to see the doom and gloom. And that's why the news is so popular. The news is always telling you that this is going bad. You're going to die if you eat this. Don't go there. People got shot. You know, all these things. People love the doom and gloom.
Why?
So, I honestly don't. It's train wrecks. People love that stuff.
That's how you ended up with So how do we
Cowboy,
do train wreck?
Cowboy, why do people love train wrecks?
Why do people love train wrecks? I don't know. Oh shoot! You know what happened?
Well, there's a reason.
Oh shoot! Oh. Hey guys! Hey guys! Hey guys! Hey everybody! What's up? Good to see you guys. Thank you for showing up. We're building our platform. We have been Oh, I didn't bring it. Oh, we have been. Theme from Cops. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Well, they threw us on the hood of the police car. Boom, face down, cuffs like this. Oh shit! Oh,
This is awesome.
Oh god, this is crazy. Do you have a way to solve that?
I can run. Can you hold it for a minute?
I don't know. We can find
Let's
out.
go.
All right, go. Hurry. Fast. It's 17.09. Okay, Chris had to go do something. We're not going to say what he had to do, but he had to go do something. So I want everybody to take guesses at what Chris had to go do. Okay, cool. So, and then we're going to be talking about the hack on how to increase your credit score in about 13 minutes. 13 minutes, because there is a way to rapidly increase your credit score, and the people that are in credit repair kind of don't like it. Okay, so Navy Mom Donna says whistleblower. Who's the whistleblower? Talk to me about the whistleblower. Cali Boy says you have to go pee. I'm gonna give you 3 guesses. That's not the correct one, but I knew everybody would kind of lean towards that, so that's not what he had to go do. So here's an interesting thing. We got bad boys on from one of the platforms, and it starts with a T, and then there's a T in the middle. So that platform said you guys aren't allowed to go put your stuff out there. See, Cali Boy guessed you had to go pee.
You know what you let me do? You know what you let me do?
What did I let you do?
You let me leave with a hot mic.
Oh, dude, you're out there. He was like, so Cali Boy, if he did, you would have heard it on the mic because we're mic'd for some of this stuff and some of it's actually right here. Anyway, in order to make all of this happen on multiple platforms, we're literally looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cameras. 9 cameras right now, which is crazy. And one of them's on Facebook. We're streaming live to Facebook. One of them's on Instagram. We're streaming live to Instagram. One of them's on TikTok. We're streaming kind of live to TikTok, but it's not really going because bad boys. Anyway, so then the other one is YouTube. And we're streaming live to all of these things. And this is insane. The way this looks is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
So we ran out of power on one of our devices. So what Chris had to do is run up and get the power from his actual office. That's where he went.
That's where I went.
That's where he went.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
That's his story. He's sticking to it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about
Ignacia,
the ultimate
how you
credit
doing?
hack. Ignacia, what's up? Ignacia, we're very happy for the people who jumped from the other platform that starts with a T and ends with a K.
Ak.
What?
Ak.
Oh, you said Ak. Okay. Got it. Sounds like, yeah.
Why did we get banned?
Why did we get banned? I don't know. I don't know what we did. I really don't know what we did to get thrown in jail. Remember, in one of these platforms, and the hint is you can't find us on that because we're not allowed to go live till today at 3 o'clock. All right, cool. But anyway, if you think of bad boys, what you're gonna do, and then they face down on the police hood and they cuff you and they kick your legs apart. Well, that's what happened to us on one of the platforms. So we realized, we need to get to another platform. So we're on another platform. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. No, not Twitter. We're not live on Twitter. Help me.
Where's that paper thing?
Dude, I had to bring it.
Oh, it's up there. It's gonna
And then
rotate.
now I don't have Facebook on it.
It's gonna rotate that. Oh,
Okay,
you're right.
yeah. I don't have Facebook on it.
You're right.
So we are live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok when things work.
So who shot Kennedy?
Who do you think shot Kennedy?
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there either.
You should have been.
I've been there. I've been to the place in Dallas. It's creepy.
Ugh.
It's a little creepy. It's weird, dude. And it's
small,
creepy.
right?
Well, you know the thing that's crazy about that? Here's the thing that's crazy. How long ago, how many years ago was that, roughly?
It was 1963.
So how many years ago?
So
roughly
60 years.
60 years ago. President Trump steps in. He goes, all right, if I get elected, who, by the way, outlier before he got elected. Nobody thought he was going to get elected. He goes, if I get elected, I am vowing to you right now to unseal the Kennedy documents. To unseal the Kennedy documents. He gets in, 2 years in. They're like, hey, are you going to unseal them? He's like, I've actually read
Let's talk
them.
about something else.
Can we talk about MAGA or something?
He's like, didn't I?
Something less controversial.
Wasn't there a stripper I assaulted?
A stripper. You ever heard of her named Stormy? Can we throw
Let's
her in
talk
the
about
news? Let's throw her in the news for a little while because we don't want to talk about. And so anyway, there's this guy I follow. Judge Napolitano. Judge Napolitano. I love this guy. This guy's great. He's real.
He's a real deal.
Real deal. Yeah, real deal. And he says, all right, I can't tell you a whole lot, but I can tell you that Trump's my friend. And I said, hey, President Trump, you said that you were going to release who shot Kennedy, or at least the CIA files, as soon as you got paused due to poor connection. All right, we might be paused. Oh, they didn't like what we were saying, dude. Oh, they're listening. Who's they? I don't
Mark
know.
Zuckerberg.
So, Judge says, here's what I was told by President Trump. I read all of that. And after I read it, Judge, if you would have read it, you would not have released it either.
Ooh.
So Judge Knapp still says, hey, I don't know what's in there. But I know after he read it, even though he ran on the campaign promise that he would let it go, he said, yeah, I can't do this. This is going to be problems.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That is so crazy.
Well, it's a tell of what our government is doing. It's a tell of the secrets that they're keeping. It's a tell of we don't know anything. We really don't. The alien thing. So the alien thing. So the comment someone said it. You might have been you. Said that these people are seeing these Tic Tac things flying in the sky. These pilots are
TikTok. Don't say TikTok because we'll get banned again.
Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
Tic Tac. Tic Tac. We're 7 minutes from releasing the hack.
And there's all these sightings from
Yes.
these regular people with these things and lights that are hovering above me and blah, blah, and it moves so fast. But then the other side of it is that could be us. It could just be our military.
Right.
It could be
the thing that I found fascinating, because you know that in front of Congress they actually said, "Hey, yeah, we have had these programs where we've been studying extraterrestrial activity, and we're only going to let so much go." They actually said that in Congress. They actually put it out there, and they say, "Well, how long has it gone back?" Well, it's gone back since the 40s. And they're like,
beginning of the CIA?
Wait, what? What? And so when I was growing up, they were saying, no, this doesn't exist. Y'all crazy. I'm from New Mexico. I was raised in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So I'm from New Mexico. So Roswell is this thing where everybody's like, oh, yeah, that's where the aliens are. That's what the aliens are. And the government's always saying, just bullshit. This is crap. This is bullshit. Well, a lot of generals are dying, and on their deathbed, they're like, okay, I got to let you know, it was bullshit. This stuff happened. And they're like, whoa. No, he's just a crazy guy on his way out. He just wanted his last 15 seconds of fame. Not even minutes because he didn't have them. But 15 seconds of fame. And then the government comes out and goes, all right, it's time to let you guys know. Yeah, this has been kind of going on. And it's just creepy, dude. It's creepy.
So how come you don't hear regular pilots talk about this? How come there's only such a small percentage of the military that's absolutely exposed to this that has experienced this? And why is it that it only happens in the backwoods? Why is it that it doesn't happen in the cities? Like, it's so far and few between by so many different sources that it does lend itself that this is our secrets and these are our planes and our devices and stuff that's flying around, and it's actually not aliens.
Dude. I don't know. It's just so crazy. And then because I think they're lying to us all the time, 24/7.
Peace out, Navy Mom.
Peace out. I think they're lying to us 24/7. We got 5 minutes before we tell everybody what the hack is. Interest rates are down. They're anywhere from 6.75 all the way up to 7.5. You can still get an 8 or a 9. Somebody actually chimed in and said they wanted a 10. And I said, I'll get you a 10. I can still get you a 10. You're going to get a lot of credit, but I can get you a 10.
What does that mean, a lot of credit?
A lot of credit means you get extra money.
What do you mean extra money?
So if you're buying a $500,000 house and you want to cover all the closing costs we can increase your interest rate and give you money towards closing costs. This is when it's called the lender is giving you the money, and without increasing the price, we just increase the rate. And when we increase the rate, you have more money, and that's called a credit. Now, the rate goes up sometimes significantly, sometimes a lot. So if you want $10,000 and your par was 8.5, I might bring you up to 10. That's going to be about right, somewhere in that range. So that's what a credit means, and that's what, if somebody really wanted a 10 interest rate, and there are reasons why you'd want a 10 interest rate. There are reasons, but most of the people don't want it.
What is it, round numbers? Like, I can't have a 7.
Well, yeah, I can't have a 7. I'm superstitious. I'm superstitious.
I'm superstitious.
Yeah, I'm superstitious. I got this one. I used to sell equity index annuities, and one guy was going to cash out on it. And he said, and I said, "Sir, you're going to take about a $30,000 loss." Now, I'm not your accountant, but I can tell you that there are better ways to do this, and to take that $30,000 loss does not actually seem such a good idea. And he says, "Lee, I sold a business and I made $2 million extra that I have to offset. So I'm using this to offset the gain."
You're like, yep, cashing out's the best idea.
I was like, cash it out. So this, it was a reminder that I should never think with my own situation. Everybody has their own unique situation. And if somebody wants a 10, let's get them a 10. If somebody wants to lose $30,000 by cashing out an equity indexed annuity, well, then lose the $30,000, because there may be another reason why you're doing it. Maybe another reason why you're doing it. So we're just a few more minutes away from discussing the hack on how to bring your credit up, your credit score up dramatically. So what we got? We got nothing in the FB. We got nothing going on in the IG, and we got, oh, good. We're killing it, dude. We are consistent as heck.
We got comments.
Oh, dude, we got another comment in. We got one viewer in YouTube. Hey, Mr. Viewer in YouTube, please don't leave us. Please don't leave us.
Everybody starts somewhere.
Everybody starts with one, right? Dude, have you ever been scrolling through and you just see somebody who's got like 10,000 viewers, and you're like, how on earth do you do that?
She's a girl.
She's a girl.
She's a pretty girl.
She's a pretty girl.
That's how.
Because you don't even have to have talent. You have to have zero talent. If you just stroll through and you get one of these pretty girls up there, just look at the viewer count.
Like, this is my coffee cup.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, 10,000, like, here's 20 grand.
Can I buy your bathwater?
I don't have that. Can I buy your bathwater? Please. Somebody did that.
I know.
There's a girl who sold her bathwater.
There's a few of them.
She's made a lot of money selling her bathwater.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. But as I go through and I look at our viewer account, we're like, hey, we have 100 score. And I look at somebody, these pretty girls, and they're like, there's 10,000. They're like, just dead, nothing, no activity, no information, no nothing. They're just there. And I'm like, okay, I can't compete with that. That's just.
You ever get pulled into the VIP at a high-end nightclub? Just cuz?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you ever been pulled into the VIP in a high-end
Let's say in a
nightclub
hypothetical world,
just
yes.
Cuz?
Yeah, let's say in a
Just
hypothetical
cuz?
world. Not just cuz. I mean, once they know you got bank, you're good to go.
What was his name?
Whoa, what is going on here? Okay, so we're about to let everybody know how to increase your credit score very quickly. It works. It's powerful. Not everybody can do it, but those who can, good stuff. Good stuff.
I want to know why someone would drag you into the VIP.
Anyway, so back to our regular scheduled programming. Who's this guy?
Jerome Powell.
Jerome Powell. He's the one who sets the rates, and we believe he's on the pause right now. We don't think he's going to increase the rates, which means the uncertainty in the market is going to go down. The uncertainty in the market, if there is certainty, it translates into an ascending stock market. Very good. Usually the stock market and the bond market are inverse, but they live in the same ocean. So they go inverse, but they go up and down with the ocean. So that's kind of a complicated way of doing that. So
Here we go.
here we go. Here's the hack. Okay, so let's just say you have a 620 credit score, and you need 680 or better.
Okay.
680 or better, okay? So 620 credit score you're starting out with, you need 680 or better.
All right.
So there's a couple of ways to get it. One of the ways is pay your bills for 10 years on time.
Okay.
So that's 10 years from now, you can be at 680.
Okay.
Or, here's a very important thought, credit has no memory. Whenever I pull credit, it doesn't remember what you had yesterday. So it doesn't remember if you had 10 years. It shows the data that reports. So you go up to mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, uncle, even best friend that has a great credit score that's very important. And you say, hey, listen, mom, you know that credit card that you have?
Mm-hmm.
And you have an 800 FICO score?
Mm-hmm.
Can you add me as an owner or authorized user?
Mm-hmm.
If they add you as an owner or authorized user, then they're going to have to call the bank. The bank's going to pull credit again. They're going to say social security number of the person, blah, 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 just like you started the credit line. But then the next day, you're going to have 10 years of history of paying your bills on time. Because credit doesn't remember, credit has no memory. It doesn't remember that it wasn't there yesterday. All it knows is that data is presenting right now. Now your 620 credit score is going to go up a minimum of 20 points, probably 60 to 80 points.
Wow.
Really fast. Really fast.
What if I do it twice?
It goes up a little bit more,
What about 3 times?
and there is a point of diminishing returns.
Where's that at?
We don't know because we haven't really. I think 3 is the most we've ever done, right? The most trade lines. Have you done more than 3 trade lines before?
I don't think so.
No.
How much
So,
does it cost?
To do that,
Yeah.
0. You probably have to do the dishes because mom's gonna add you to her credit. So that's kind of a big
Does
deal.
this hurt mom at all?
It doesn't hurt mom even a little bit.
What?
Not even a little bit. 0, like nothing. Like
What
not
if
even,
she
not
maxes
even
out
that much.
What if she maxes out that card while it's on my credit?
What if mom maxed it out?
Mhm.
Then it'll actually hurt your credit.
Damn it!
Yeah, it can make your credit go down because all you're doing is you're borrowing the credit history of the primary owner. You're borrowing the credit history. So that's going to add to your credit history and it could show up really, really high. But that's a very powerful credit hack.
So you're saying that I could get 20 to 80 points almost overnight by just asking friends and family for help?
Yes.
So this could be the difference between owning a home and not owning a home.
And how much does it cost them to do this? Literally nothing. It costs them nothing. There's some risk involved because you could take that credit card and go spend. But don't.
Don't.
Yeah, just don't.
Well, the
Just
truth
don't.
is, you're
They're
not
helping
even.
you.
If you do it right, you're gonna say, "Hey, mom, I don't even need the card. Keep the card when it comes in the mail."
Yeah, keep the card. So that's a very quick way to bring up your credit score dramatically. Like
Ooh.
dramatically.
So we got rates coming down. We got ways to fix your credit.
Raise.
What's the reason why?
Raise.
What are we raising? Raise what?
You said raise to fix your credit. Raise.
So we got interest
Fried
rates
rice.
coming down. Your interest
Fried lice.
rates coming down. Credit scores going up, and opportunities to buy houses.
You're trying to keep it all professional and shit, and I'm talking to you about flight lice. Okay. Keep going.
So, back to the congressman that was scrapping it out on the Senate room floor.
Dude, I love that. I've never seen
So
that
what would you
happen.
do? Okay, so let me give you the scenario again.
yeah,
Let me give you
give
the
us a
scenario
scenario,
again.
'cause this
So
happened, yo.
So there was a backstory.
This happened.
There was a backstory where
Uh-huh.
this union boss
Mm-hmm.
got into it with this
Yeah. Senator.
senator.
Yeah, that's
Got
it.
into it with this on the outside,
the
on the
senator.
outside, and then
The senator.
after the fact, after they got into it, the mob boss tweeted to the senator and said, "Any place, anytime."
Yeah.
So at this meeting now, that they're questioning the union rep or the union boss.
Yep, the
they're
union boss.
questioning
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
So at this meeting,
It's
the
hilarious.
senator stands up and says, "Remember, you said any place, anytime, right here,
Can you
right
imagine
now."
that guy in the morning? He's getting ready, doing his teeth. He's
union guy?
No, not the union guy. The
Oh,
senator.
the senator.
Because this was planned, man. This guy's like, I'm gonna do a couple push-ups before I do it. I'm gonna when I stand up, I'm gonna, let's go, bro. Let's go. And then Bernie Sanders is like, could you sit down, please? This is the Senate. That was my Bernie Sanders impression.
So
could you sit down?
if you were the union boss and that
Yeah.
Congress or that senator did that to you, how would you have responded?
Dude, UFC, man, Dana White.
So you don't want to have
One of them would have. Well, I would have said, okay. I would have said, all right, dude, Senator. If I was a union boss, I'm putting my end in the union boss. I'm like, cool, Mr. Senator. All right, here, I'm going to tell you right now. Let's keep this nice and civilized, and we're going to call Dana White at the end of this thing, and then we're going to set up a nice little fight between you and me on the UFC, so the whole world can watch. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. What were we talking about again?
So we need to get Joe Rogan on the
Yes!
line, Dana White,
Yes!
Las Vegas,
Yes!
sell tickets,
Yes!
donate the tickets.
Yes! Well, when I was in high school, I used to have this guy who would like try and start a fight, but he would turn to his friends and say, "Hold me back." And we didn't have time to register. And he's like, "Bro, I'm gonna kick your ass." And then we just grab him from the back. He didn't really want to fight. He didn't want to fight. He just wanted to look like he wanted to fight.
Bro, hold me back.
Yeah, hold me back. Like,
That would
what?
actually been a very good way to do that.
Oh, it's hilarious,
Yeah.
dude. He saw it in a movie. I know he saw it in a movie because I saw the same movie. But he's like, "Hold me back." I'm, whoa, 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 whoa.
So did you see? Okay, have we all seen the Chris Rock Will
Uh-huh.
Smith slap?
Oh
right?
yeah,
Okay,
dude,
we all seen that.
you want to get controversial?
Did you
We're about to
see-
get banned again.
Did you see the slap from like 40, 50 years ago? Same exact scenario.
No.
Same exact person on a stage at an award show where the guy says, "Keep my wife's name out of your mouth." Goes up there and slaps him.
No.
Same exact thing.
No way.
Like Hollywood's just recreating
No
what is
way.
already. I kid you
No
not.
way.
Have
That
you guys
can't be.
seen this?
That can't be.
It exists.
Dude, how come we have nobody on the FB, dude? We have nobody on the FB.
Zero.
Like nobody. Are we doing it right?
I think so. It says it's going.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we did share the hack. The hack is huge. It works. We do it as often as we need to. Let's see what else we got. What we got? We got people on the YT, on the FB, on the TT. Well, the TT's
Guys.
Yeah.
Follow these.
Yeah. Follow those. You can find us here.
So if you happen to be on one of those other platforms one day, you'll still see us.
Yes, you
We are going to be everywhere.
And I think we're gonna get bad boys again.
Well, we're absolutely the Andrew Tate of the mortgage industry.
Dude, you're gonna go like that?
Absolutely.
Oh, we're gonna get
Andrew
super
Tate.
famous, super rich,
super
and then banned.
loved,
Yeah,
super respected,
Yeah.
and super hated on.
yeah. And soy boys, we're not fans of. Well, I don't know if I can say
They're
that.
not fans of us.
Yeah, they're not fans of us.
That's the
dude.
problem.
They're not a fan
They're
of
like,
us.
"Hey, Lee, what
Yeah.
kind of mousse are you using?"
Yeah, no.
What kind of mousse are you using?
Dude, I'm using
Is that
the,
L'Oreal?
I,
Maybe it's Maybelline.
yeah, maybe it's Maybelline. You jealous, man. You jealous.
No, I'm
You the
not.
weekend.
Because I save money.
You the weekend. You save a lot of money.
And time.
You save. I
And
am a little
time.
jealous about that time thing. That's a kind of a big deal.
Well, I used to spend a lot of time on it, personally.
Well, that's because you tried to make it blonde.
Well, that was years ago.
Yeah, but it happened.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
it
about
happened.
most recent, like within the last 5 years.
Okay, yeah,
I would
you
be
were
spending
blonde.
time
I mean, just I
getting
want to take a quick picture of this
irritated.
guy, straight blonde, flowing locks,
Flowing off.
flowing like Brad Pitt, flowing locks,
Like Fabio.
Fabio, yeah, Fabio, flowing locks, blonde,
I used to have big sideburns too.
blonde. Anyway, back to fighting. Yeah,
Fighting in the Senate.
the fight in the
Senate wars.
That's crazy, dude.
Senate wars.
Tell you what, it stopped me in my tracks. I watch Senate hearings a lot because I like, in the back of my mind, I have to watch what's going on for the economy. But when this one showed up, I was like, oh, rewind. I got to see that again. Well, rewind. And then Bernie trying to stop it. Bernie Sanders. No.
And then they finally gave the other senator time. I'm like, they could have done that a long time ago. How'd they let it go that far?
Straight crazy. And I think it's theatrical, and I think that, that's pretty
You
cool.
think there's a lot of purpose in that?
I don't know. I never know what the purpose is. I think so. I think the whole government is lying to us. I think the whole system is rigged. I really do think the system's rigged. But I also think you got two choices. You either check out of the system entirely, go live up in the mountains off a well and solar, and just you grow your own food and you have your own animals and you eat your own meat, and that's a way to live. And quite frankly, that's probably a good way to live.
I got a question.
The other way is learn the system and then break the rules like an artist. You have to. You have to. Like, for instance, is it against the rules to add somebody to their credit, to their mom's credit? No, it's not. But is it kind of? Well, that's cheating. No, it's not. You're bending the rules like an artist. That's one of the things.
You said this is what I needed and this is what I have.
Yes. Boom. So you're either in the system and you have to learn how to play the game, or you can just be mad your whole life. I have a lot of friends that are mad. I have some really smart friends that are very mad at life because they think they didn't get their fair shake because they're smart. And just being smart is not enough. You have to be smart enough to not get in your own way. Ooh, that was deep. That was deep, man. Talk to me.
Okay, so the food that we eat, that they sell in the grocery stores. Okay, we all know that a lot of this is factory farming. A lot of this has the pesticides and the GMOs and all that stuff in the food. So for the most part, as a civilization, we know that some of the stuff may not be the best, right? So my question is, why don't cities, individual cities and towns and municipalities, why don't they have their own acreage of where they grow local?
That's a good
Why
question.
doesn't every city have that? Like LA is huge.
That's
So
a
I
good
don't know if
question.
you can necessarily do that specifically in LA, but like here where we're at, we have a lot of land. Okay? And going east or north or south, there's land all over the place. Why don't each city, and I know it's not going to feed the whole city, but it could feed a good portion of it. Why don't we do that?
So, very good question. And it's the same reason that we have two parties. We only have two parties in the political system. We have Democratic, Republican. And like right now, Vivek Ramaswamy is trying to run. He's trying to run. He's actually a pretty smart guy. I like him. But he's got some very big things working against him. And the big things working against him is his party is not embracing him. And if the party doesn't embrace him, he doesn't have enough money to pull it off. And then he fails. So, if you really want to make change, you have to get into the office so that you can make change. But in order to do that, you have to compromise with the party. The reason that the cities and municipalities don't have it is because it's politics. You're probably right. There is a better way to do. There's absolutely a better way to do this.
Well, how many burgers does McDonald's push out a day? One McDonald's.
I don't know.
Okay. So how many cows does that one McDonald's need? Probably way more than the city can produce. No doubt about that.
I disagree right now. About 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I think most of it was real meat. I don't think it's real meat now.
Well, I'm not saying.
I think it's like
I'm not even having that
12%
argument.
meat. Yeah, I
I'm
think it's
saying that
12%.
this is
So
out of
that's
country
cows, yeah.
meat.
Yeah.
This is not the best treated meat. I mean, it's there and it's being created. That's not the
Right.
thing. The thing is to supply that much food to a McDonald's or a Jack in the Box or a Burger King. So I'm not shooting at anyone individually. I'm just saying all of them. They're pushing out a lot of food.
Yep.
And we don't have that kind of space in order to feed the masses. But we do have the space, the space to feed some. So when you go to the market, you can go locally grown, or this shit was flown in.
Oh, most of that is lying too. You know they're lying, right?
When you talk about organic sections, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just local grown. That's what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
all
It's
right.
local grown.
Okay.
Because you're talking about the organic on one side and the non-organic on the other, and it's all using the same water. That's what you're talking about from a farming perspective, right?
Not really. I'm talking about they're lying to you. Oh, just the simplest thing: eggs. So eggs. If you go, there's cage free, which is different than free range, which is different than pasteurized, which is different than, and they have like 9 different categories, and then GMO free, and all of these labels. And they've learned that the person who doesn't put a lot of time into this, you throw one of these labels on, their sales go up. If you put GMO free, sales go up. If you put
The price
free range,
skyrocket.
the prices go up. So they've learned to do this. And then they learned, hey, listen, free range. What does free range mean? Well, free range means to put them in a range, and doesn't matter how many you cluster in there,
Or
they're
if
in a
it's on
range.
dirt or concrete
Yeah,
or
they're in a
any of
range.
that, yeah.
So they're able to call it legitimately
They're not
free range.
locked in a cage.
And then there's the other part. Who polices them? If the FDA steps in and goes, hey, listen, you're calling it free range, but they're really not on a range. They're not sending people out to actually look at this shit. It's just crazy, dude.
Well-
It's crazy. So it boils down to it's really tough to do this stuff, and there's a better way to do it, but
See you, Cali boy.
what's up? Appreciate you, Cali boy. Thank you very much. So it's a very rigged system. Everything is rigged.
So
everything.
So you and I have been out in the country and eaten eggs that were just laid.
Yep. Good
Okay.
stuff. Yep.
Fantastic stuff.
Great. Yeah.
Tastes
Amazing.
way different.
Way different.
And the shells are different colors.
Way different. Yep.
So and then you get here and you buy a free range dozen eggs, and the yolk is almost the same color as the white.
Yep.
It's so light of a yolk, and the ones that we eat out in the wilderness are so orange and delicious.
Yeah.
Tastes way different.
Way different.
Way different. So here's my thing. So in a city, I would think that they'd put just an area, and maybe it only feeds the local shelters, and maybe it only feeds the homeless, and maybe it only feeds a couple hundred families in the communities, but at least they get that option instead of everything else that's been flown in from a different country with all the pesticides and all the chemicals and the preservatives and blah, 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 blah that are making us sick.
Yep.
And that's the truth. And even the people that are trying. So you got the people that are like, you know what? Fast food, bad for you. It'll kill us. Let's cook at home. Still have the issues with the oils and where the food's coming from.
Dude,
and how
the
it's
oils,
grown.
that's going to be the new thing. The oils are going to be, that's
it's
going to be
horrible.
the new thing. It's so bad.
Well, I could feel it in myself, and it breaks my heart to say this
so bad.
because for years you have been telling me that when you hit this age, this happens.
Yeah.
When you hit this age,
Yeah.
and then today, well, not today, but usually on Mondays, I go a little reckless on the weekend.
Okay.
I do. I'm honest. I
Go hard in the paint.
Go hard in the paint on the weekend, and then Monday morning, I'm like, why do I feel this
Like
way?
hotter in the paint.
The food. It's the food. It's the
Yeah.
sugar. It's the process. It's all that crap. It's the bread.
It gums you up. Yep.
Yeah, but it doesn't affect here. It affects
Everything else.
here.
It's inflammation.
Yeah, all over your
if you
body.
get down to it, it's inflammation.
All
yeah,
over
it's
your
crazy.
body.
And it's hard. It's very difficult to deal with all this stuff because, one, it's unbelievably expensive. It's unbelievably expensive to eat right. Unbelievably.
Insane.
It's so time consuming. It is so time consuming. But if you want to live long and live healthy, because you're going to call it 80 years, 90 years if you're lucky, maybe 100. You can either do those very powerfully or very meek. I choose powerful.
Well, a person's lifestyle is a big deal too. Because you know what? I used to judge those people that sit in front of a TV all day long and live their life that way. But if they're enjoying it, like who am I to say that there's something better for them?
Yeah, I
know you would rather be out there hiking.
Yep.
Okay, and this person would rather be on the couch. Mm-hmm. Why would I judge either of you? That's the way you guys want to live your life.
Yeah. Everybody gets to choose. I mean, you get to choose your level of life, and then life will give you what you choose.
And
if
then
you
don't
choose a
complain
high
about
level,
it.
if you choose a
Yeah.
high level,
Yeah.
If you choose a high level, then you chose a high level,
Yeah.
and you have to pay the price.
Mm-hmm.
If you chose a low level, then you chose a low level, and you have to pay the price.
And neither of them should be complained about because that was your choice.
And you can choose at any time to change it. Like right now, you want to buy a house? You can change. You can choose to do that. You don't make enough money? There's ways to make money. We teach people digital hustles. We teach you how to make money online. That's one way. There's ways to increase your career. If you don't like what you're being paid in your career, change careers.
How do you communicate that to someone? Like someone that's always complaining, because I was that guy as a kid. I was the guy going, they don't pay me enough here at the place I work at.
The market will
I was
pay
gonna
you.
I
The
was gonna
market,
blast them.
dude.
I'm only getting paid
gonna get
$10
banned.
an hour.
We're gonna get banned again.
But
We're gonna
how
get
do you-
bad boys.
So here's what happened to me. What happened to me was I met a guy.
Oh, stop right there. I don't want to go down this conversation anymore. Oh, come on. Keep going.
And this guy shared with me an opportunity at another place to work. And then when I got there, everyone was like, let's get rich. So I had that data plugged into my head.
Yeah.
So then I started reaching for more things, bigger things,
Okay.
a bigger life.
Right.
But how do you communicate that to someone that doesn't get thrown into that environment?
I don't know if you can. It's cognitive dissonance, and it is framework. You have to, well, if you're lucky, you have either the environment or your parents or whoever raised you give you a frame to say you can do a lot of things. But if you don't, and somebody gives you the frame of you're going to be a woodworker or you're going to be a plumber, well, you kind of build into that frame. And if you're lucky enough and you have somebody that opens that frame wider, and you go, hey, listen, I can be a plumber if I want. But I can also be an entrepreneur, or I can be a doctor, or I can be this. If they open the frame for you, then at least it's a possibility.
So you get a full-grown adult in front of you, okay? 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Not an adult here necessarily, but adult in the eyes of the world. This person is not giving their full potential. How do you communicate to that person saying, hey, man, you can do so much more. You could help more people. You can make more money. You can do more things with your life and your abilities.
Right.
I know this. How do you teach that person that?
Now, here's the problem. You can teach it to them. But it's said so many ways. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That's my favorite. Because how many times have you been in life and you're like, somebody taught me something, but I don't know what they said. And then years later, you're like, I know what he said. I wish I'd listened. I wish I'd listened more.
Flash in the pan. I know what that means now.
Yes. What? What the heck is that? So tell me what flash in the pan means.
It has to do with shooting. What's it called? The guns that you actually have to do that to shoot.
That's great, man. You're amazing. I'll tell you what. Your description just paints a perfect picture.
So it's the gun. I forgot what they're called. Muzzle loaders.
There you go. Okay, good.
So
Okay, good.
Muzzle loader
Yes,
gun is the type of gun where you have to actually take the ball, put it in, pack in black powder, and actually ignite a fire. So there's an explosion in the chamber. So that, and then what happens is when you pull the trigger, it ignites and there's a flash. That's the flash in the pan.
No, I disagree with you. I might be wrong.
You can disagree all you want.
I think
I'm
you're
right.
talking about half cocked.
No, half cocked is what happens is there's 1-2 cocks in order to fire. Sometimes you go with one and then you go to fire and it doesn't fire. So that's half cocked.
We're gonna get roasted.
For what?
There's 1, 2. Never mind. I'm gonna get roasted. So we met a guy, and there's 1, 2. Never mind. So moving right along now. If you want to buy a house,
call me.
call him right now.
This guy has issues.
He's got issues, dude. What's the difference between a boomerang and your dad? Boomerang comes back. Oh shit! Sorry, I was been loaded in the chamber all morning. Okay, moving right along. I wonder if we're gonna get banned for me talking about your dad not showing back up.
I'm just gonna create this awkward silence.
Is that awkward? Is it awkward? Dude, if it's not awkward, we're gonna lose. We have 0 followers on Instagram. We have 0 followers.
And you're talking about like dad not being there is not gonna bring more.
Don't cry. Yeah, maybe he'll.
I don't cry in public.
Maybe he'll watch us now.
I never cry on TV.
Maybe he'll watch us now.
No, he won't.
So that dude's gone. Child support's over.
Oh,
He's
man.
like, hey, you
it's
did
not
all right for
over.
yourself.
It's not over.
It's not over.
No, my mom still gets checks.
Oh, does he?
Dude,
oh,
I'm
shit.
42.
She still gets checks.
Yeah,
He's like,
she'll get like $100 here.
yeah,
100 bucks there.
this guy's still mad at you, dude. He's still pissed.
Probably.
He's like,
He's like, when are you gonna grow up?
He's like, when are you gonna grow up? You're 42. You have your own house and everything.
Still living off my dime.
Yeah, I know. Dude, that's harsh.
He probably tells people that.
He's probably like,
still take care of these kids.
Look at this guy right here. I still pay for him. Oh, he's got his own YouTube channel.
What
and
a
everything.
disappointment.
I know.
What a disappointment.
It's not like he lives in my basement, but I do pay for him still. Oh shit.
He's like, I met him once.
Okay, I met him. You met him once?
A bunch of times.
I was gonna say, yeah. So when you were young, he probably met you a lot.
Up until I was 2, I seen that dude every day.
You're like, hey, what's up? Hey, bro, how you doing?
And then he just wasn't
You
there
shit your
anymore.
pants and that's
I
it.
know, I cry sometimes.
I cry, me too. I cry. Okay, so we should be wrapping up now. We are live here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, but not really TikTok. And theoretically, we're out of jail. Bad boys later today. So we'll probably go live either today or tomorrow morning. We gave you guys the hack. We're going to keep teaching you how to buy that house. Keep logging in. Try and do it with a little twist of entertainment. We'll teach you how to buy a house. We've been Chris and Lee. We're out.